evening and welcome back to the Rory Talks Football channel, your daily Arsenal news updates, debates and my opinions. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We're on the way to 12,500 subscribers. And of course, if you could click the like button, I would be incredibly grateful. There's loads of you here. There's plenty to talk about. I mean, literally, I was like, well, we'll recap last night. But then in 2 days' time, we're playing against Man City. So it is all systems go. And there is plenty to discuss. And we will do that. Lord Ferguson of Aberdeen, Simon, Junior Films, Vivi, Vladimir, Yo, Umer, Hyper, Tentego, Lukey, Lee, Pekka, Jelly, Belly, Leo, Jackson, Bavo, Julius, and many, many more. It is good to see you all. And look, where do we start? I guess we'll start on last night. We will start on last night. I actually don't want to dwell on it too much. I think we all know what we saw. Some of you would have been watching the watch along with me. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great watch. I think there has been some overreaction to it today. I'll be honest. It was a solid defensive performance. Okay, we need Raya to pull out an unbelievable save from the penalty, but the penalty itself was soft. And outside of that, we didn't really give away any chances. And, you're looking at an Atalanta team that put 3 past Liverpool last season. So I think we did well defensively. And obviously, as expected without Martin Odegaard, we just don't look that creative. And it was quite a boring game. It was a very boring game, especially after the first 15 minutes. But I think people are being a bit dramatic with some of their assessments of it. End of the day, a draw, it's not the end of the world. The performance, look, if we defend like that again on Sunday, I'll be quite happy. Calafiori over Timber, thoughts? Possibly. I've been thinking quite a lot about the potential lineup. I'm not sure our midfield is working. Even if you forget about whoever comes in for Martin Odegaard, right now I'm not convinced that Partey Rice is working. And I don't know what the solution to that is. Rory catching strays on Insta. Yeah, I saw Odds Bible taking a pop at me. Who do they think they are? No, it was quite funny. But yeah, I think I don't know, because Calafiori again looked good. Calafiori looked good. He looked like a different option. I don't think he will start. I still don't think Arteta will start him. I think it will be Timber. I think it'll be the same lineup that started against Tottenham, but with Rice instead of Jorginho. I think that's what the lineup's going to be. But it's tough. It is tough. And I wonder if the option actually is Calafiori at left back, Rice in the 6, and Timber in the left 8. I think Timber can play in midfield. I really do. I think even compared to Rice, Partey, or Jorginho, Timber can receive the ball from anywhere. He can turn on it and drive. He'll get more space in that area. Whereas as it is, he's moving in from left back into midfield, and we end up just with Partey, Rice, Timber in a line of 3 in midfield, and I'm not sure it's that good. Rory, I tried to get on Tifo last night and it asked me for a code. What do I do? The code is Rory, RORY, full caps. If you ever need the code for Tifo. To be fair, from I think next week onwards, you won't even need a code. It was only because it was in the alpha testing stage. But yeah, so I'd be interested maybe in Calafiori, Timber in midfield. I think Rice needs to go back to the 6. The one thing that Partey offers over Rice is the passing range. But I don't think we're seeing it right now. That passing range from Partey, he's losing the ball a lot. He's not splitting the lines. And on top of that, he's losing duels. He's not physical enough. So I think we just move Rice back to the 6, Timber into midfield. Who the other midfielder is then is another question. But yeah, look, we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, in terms of last night, look, I was surprised Nwaneri didn't get more minutes or any minutes. That was a bit disappointing for me. And then Martinelli obviously has that big miss. And talking about that, I think there is a question over who starts at left wing in the next game as well, in the City game. Left wing is in a way, it's the most depth that we've got in any position other than left back, maybe. You look at the fact that we've got Martinelli, Trossard, Raheem Sterling, and Jesus who can do it. That's a lot of depth at left wing. And yet I really I don't massively fancy any of them to start against Man City, which isn't ideal. On a scale of 1 to 10, how did the community note on your Raya tweet upset you? I thought it was funny. I thought that community note was funny. It's the most unnecessary community note you've ever seen. It's absolutely mental. All I know is I never want to see the Kai in mid and Jesus up top. Jesus is dusted, man. Totally finished. I wasn't impressed by Jesus. I wasn't impressed by him. Yeah. I think Kai Havertz stays up top. I don't know. It's tough. It is tough. Martinelli left wing. The thing is, if we don't, we're probably not going to get many chances against City. And if it's Martinelli on the break, do you back him to score? And I don't know if you do. Play Jesus. He's better on the left. Yeah, but I don't think he's got the pace anymore. I think he's got the pace. Anyway, in terms of going into that game, injury-wise, why were people hating on the Raya save? Because people will hate on literally anything Arsenal-related. If an Arsenal player does a really, really good thing, lots of people praise it, and so there has to be a group that hates on it. That's just how it is. It's bizarre, to be honest. It is bizarre. I wasn't impressed with Sterling either, to be honest. No, to be honest, when Sterling's not played many minutes, but the minutes he has had, I've not been, blown away. Sorry for posting the note on your tweet. I'll take it down if you admit Pickford is better than Ramsdale. No, I'm good. You can leave the community note there. Pickford is not better than Ramsdale. So, with his little arms. Would you sell Nelly next summer? I'd think about it. People on X are generally quite sad and don't want you to be happy. This is old news. Yeah, exactly. Twitter is genuinely it's a social experiment. Twitter is a social experiment, and which is why I enjoy it, because nothing on there has to be taken seriously. We need to shift Jesus out in Jan. Take any amount of money to just get him gone. It's that bad. We've got to get a proper striker in. I don't think he's that bad. But look, if an offer from Saudi came in January, I would sell him. Yeah. People saying it's a bad header, like if that matters, the save is still great. Yeah, look, people can't comprehend that it can be both a bad header and an incredible save at the same time. Like, yes, he should have scored it. He should have put it in the third of the goal that Raya would never, ever, ever have got to. But he gave Raya a chance, and Raya took that chance. But it was still an unbelievable save to take that chance. It's not rocket science. Can't lie, we fumbled the opportunity to be the only team in for Gyökeres. I agree. I mean, look, the reality is, last summer, as in not the summer just gone, but the one before that, I wanted our final signing to be Kudus, and we didn't do it. And we could have got it for 35, 40 million. And this summer it was Gyökeres, and we didn't do it. And if we do it, I think it will cost a lot more. So that's the way it is. I joined on Tifo. You'll have to see it. By the way, talking about Tifo, straight after this stream, I'm going over to Tifo. There's a Tifo Town Hall stream, which has got some really interesting stuff about the future of Tifo. So if you're interested in that, it's being run by Tifo themselves. So if you are interested in the future of Tifo, then feel free to join after the stream. But look, on the game on Sunday, injury news. Kevin De Bruyne went off injured on Wednesday evening for Man City. It was reported yesterday, I think, by the Mirror, that De Bruyne was out of the game against Arsenal. However, he might not necessarily be. Pep today said he feels today a little bit better, but not yet. Days off, and tomorrow is training, and we will see. Could he be involved? Maybe. So, in my opinion, he's probably not going to be involved, or he certainly won't start. I think Pep is trying to, mind games, keep the idea open that De Bruyne might be available, but we'll see. To be honest, I'm not hugely like De Bruyne has done us a lot of damage in the past. Don't get me wrong. He has feasted in Arsenal games in the past. But I didn't think he was great against Inter. I thought he looked a little bit sloppy. So it's not as huge a miss as you might think. And they've got a fresh Phil Foden. So it will be interesting. Mikel Arteta apparently confirmed to Premier League Productions that Arsenal have no fresh injury concerns going into the Man City game. So after last night, Arsenal have no fresh injury concerns, which is good. Obviously, we don't know if that means that anyone is coming back, though. So, no new ones. Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, presumably not coming back. Marino, presumably not coming back. But we'll have to wait and see. Martinelli needs what Kai got last season. His confidence is rock bottom, like Havertz was. The player is in there. Just how do you get him back? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And because the thing is, you're like, to get Martinelli's confidence back, you have to play him, right? He's not going to get his confidence back being sat on the bench. So you've got to play him and hope that it comes good. But equally, we're playing him and it's costing us. That chance yesterday, if that's Trossard off the left, and obviously it was Trossard that played it into Martinelli, so he couldn't play it into himself. But, I feel like Trossard buries that chance. Whereas, it wasn't even like it was an unlucky finish from Martinelli. If Martinelli had played the right finish and it was a really good save, you'd be like, oh, that's unlucky. And it's a real shame because it's gone against him. But it was a good effort. But that shot was so, just no confidence. It was like he had no idea what he wanted to do with it. Foden looked too fresh against Inter. Yeah, Foden looked good against Inter. City have a fresh Foden and Rodri. We've got an exhausted Saka and Rice. It's going to be so hard for us on Sunday. Possibly. I mean, I'm not sure that Rice is that knackered at this point. After the England game, Rice said he was feeling a lot better, so I'm not sure. But yeah, to an extent, it's going to be tough. And this is why I've said, I will happily watch us play another horrible game. Like, we're doing the watch along on Tifo. I will happily sit there and watch a stale, horrible 0-0 draw. And if we come out of there with a point, that is a very good point. It always has been. It always will be. A point at the Etihad, at least with the current version of City, is a very good point. And if we do that on Sunday, happy days. We give ourselves the chance to win the game. Like, keep a clean sheet. Keep a clean sheet. If it ends 0-0, fine. If you get a chance on the break and you score it, amazing. KDB will be in the matchday squad. Pep would have ruled him out completely. If we score first, it's curtains. Possibly. Yeah, look, if City score early, I think it could be a really tough day. I do. But we'll see. Our defense has been unbelievable, so I'd be extremely happy with I'd extremely happily take a 0-0. Yeah, I think most logical Arsenal fans, the only set of Arsenal fans that wouldn't take a 0-0 are these people that preach about winning mentality and all the rest of it. When in reality, if you draw at the Etihad and you don't beat them in the title race, the draw at the Etihad is not the reason you didn't beat them in the title race. The reason you didn't beat them in the title race is because you dropped points elsewhere against easier teams that you shouldn't have done. If we had Odegaard, I'd have said we should be winning at City to prove that we've improved over the last season. With these injuries, a 0-0 would be an incredible result. Yeah, exactly. I hope we get 22-23 Jesus back as well. I'll be honest, I don't think, excuse me, I don't think we're going to get 22-23 Jesus back. I just don't think it's going to happen. I've been saying it for a while that I want him back. I want that version back. We want that version back. But I think that player is gone. I think the knee injuries have physically taken that player away, which is a shame. But you even see it, even in the simple things, right? Like his dribbling. He used to he'd chop and he'd turn people inside out. You don't really see that anymore. But even simple things like his pressing, even though he wasn't the fastest, he used to catch keepers out by pressing them all the time because he had a little change of acceleration when he got close to them. I'm just not seeing it anymore. He was so good at unlocking Martinelli. I know. This game all depends on Arsenal's defence because City will just be the same, pretty much. He doesn't go for his left anymore. I don't get it. Brentford literally played from the back. They outsmarted our press. They only camped in the second half. Watch the game. No, I know. I don't think Arsenal will play complete hoofball. I think it's weird. There's a few times I've heard it today that Arsenal are playing hoofball now. Maybe in the last couple of games we've gone longer than we used to, but like the start of the season we were playing like normal. We've lost Odegaard and we're playing slightly differently, but why not 5 at the back? I don't think it helps us, to be honest. I don't think 5 at the back doesn't really help us. Because to play 5 at the back, you've either got to play without wingers. Like, if you go 5 at the back and you still want Saka to be a right winger, unless you're talking about playing Saka at right wing back, then you basically have to play 5-2-3. And then that's just a mess. Can Cala play in midfield? I don't know. I think I would start Timber at left back and play... I would start Calafiori at left back and play Timber in midfield. We might not see our first choice midfield till late November. No, we probably won't. If the long-term first choice midfield, presumably, is Rice, Marino, Odegaard, right? Given that Partey's out of contract next summer and we're not renewing it anyway, presumably the long-term first choice midfield was Rice, Marino, Odegaard. And yeah, we're not going to see that until probably the end of November, maybe the start of December, depending on how quickly Odegaard comes back. So it's unlucky, you know? We went into last season where Timber would probably have been our starting left back. So basically, we never had our best back four at any point last season. And this season, it's the same in midfield. It's tough. It's unfortunate, but you know we have to deal with it. And I don't think, to be honest, once we get the City game out of the way, I think we do need to see something different. Like City. If we go to City and we play defensively and it's a horrible game to watch, I don't mind. After that, Bolton, Leicester at home, we need to find a solution. We can't be playing against Leicester at home, defensively, going long, not playing through midfield. Like, that's not an option. So that's the game that really I'll judge Arteta on in terms of what his solution to the Odegaard problem is. I really would like to see Nwaneri starting to get some minutes. Do you think we beat PSG? They're definitely beatable, yeah. I do think PSG are beatable. The team is still adjusting to a new system. Takes time to get used to a team with key players missing. 100%. And it doesn't help that we've got literally 0 time on the training ground. That's the... You know, we have... Since the international break, we've had maybe like 1 or 2 training sessions. And that makes it obviously way more difficult. Devin, thank you very, very much for being a member for 5 months. Unbelievable support from Devin. All these questions about our midfield, but the real question is, do pineapples belong on pizza? No. No. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. And it shouldn't even be like, listen, if you want to put pineapples on pizza, that is fine. You do you. But you cannot tell me that they belong on pizzas. In the same way that if I whip out a pepperoni pizza and then suddenly I'm dicing up a plum and putting it on there, you'd be saying to me, what are you doing? Why are you putting a plum on a pepperoni pizza? Now I could be doing it, but that doesn't mean it belongs there. And it's the same with pineapple. No other fruit goes on pizza. 0 other fruits go on pizza. So why would pineapple? It makes no sense. No, Smithy, you're the most pineapple on pizza person I could imagine. You are the most... If anyone was going to do that, if anyone was going to say it, I'd be like, that's got Smithy written all over it. I'm not saying you can't do it. Tomato is a fruit. Yeah, but it's not a fruit, is it? Come on now. Like, it is a fruit, but it's not a fruit. The Liverpool fan calling you a prick on Twitter for saying Liverpool had a very good away win was peak. Your reply had me howling. Yeah, I don't know what he got angry about. I had literally no idea what he was angry about. I never thought of it that way. Exactly. If you put any other fruit on a pizza, people would think you were ridiculous. And therefore, putting pineapple on it is equally ridiculous. If you'd never heard of putting pineapple on pizza, and you walked in somewhere and they had a pineapple on the pizza, you'd be like, what the hell have you done? You're so not boring. It tastes nice. But yeah, but I guarantee you could find other fruits that taste nice on a pizza. You just wouldn't do it. Just not normal. It's just not right. But look, you're free to do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it doesn't belong there. You see? It's like I could visit, I don't know, Beijing. It doesn't mean I belong in China, you know? But I can go there. That's fine. I've had apple on pizza and it's good. There we go. There we go. Banana. Surely banana on pizza goes terribly. Surely banana on a pizza would be, I mean, a kind of like a hard fruit I can understand. Surely a banana just like... Anyway. Enough of that. Who starts at left wing? Martinelli, Sterling, Trossard. I have an issue in that genuinely all three of them I'm not sold on. Now, if we start the way that we did against Spurs, Trossard will be in midfield. So then you're down to Martinelli or Sterling. Wait, let's do a poll. We're doing a poll. Give me a sec. We're doing a poll. Right. Start a poll. Who starts left wing? Trossard, Martinelli, Sterling. There we go. Sterling, Trossard off the bench. F. Gabby. Damn. Razza. I think it's tough because Sterling honestly hasn't been that impressive in my opinion since in the minutes he's had. But has he had enough minutes to really, like the times that he's come on, against Spurs we were defending the lead, and against Atalanta it was just a horrible game. You thought the poll was pineapple on pizza? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We can't do a poll about pineapple on pizza. It's close. It is close. Sterling is leading the way at the moment. But it is close. Sterling came on when we weren't playing real football. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm willing to give Sterling more of a chance. Sterling's leading. Trossard and Martinelli are pretty tight, and Sterling's just ahead. Sterling cooking City would be elite heritage. Do you know what? Sterling had a very, very good game against City last season for Chelsea. Arguably one of Sterling's best performances for Chelsea last season was against Man City, which kind of makes me want to try it. The thing is, I'm predicting that it is going to be Partey and Rice, right? So it's going to be a Partey-Rice double pivot, probably Trossard in front of them, Havertz up top, Saka off the right, and then it's just about figuring out who plays off the left. And then I'd imagine it'll be the same back four as normal. Sterling beefing Kolasinac yesterday, like he's not quarter of his size. Yeah. He wasn't happy with Kolasinac. Sterling and Havertz, the former Chelsea link-up, might cook. Maybe. Sterling scored home and away against City at Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah, that's partly why I wouldn't mind seeing it, but it is a tough one. To be honest, the main thing in the game, we have to find a way of getting Saka the ball more. Like, the most noticeable thing in the absence of Odegaard has just been how little Saka is getting the ball. Even yesterday, Saka actually looked good. Like, when he got the ball, I thought Saka looked good. He looked sharp. But he's getting the ball nowhere near enough compared to when Odegaard is playing. And when he is getting it, he's not in the best positions. So... But I just don't think we've got a player that can unlock him anywhere near the way that Odegaard can. Like Havertz has some different benefits, mainly physically. Like he was able to make runs in beyond Saka that Odegaard doesn't have the pace to do. But Kiwi on pizza, terrible idea. Yeah, no new thing will still say it's Odegaard's fault. Yesterday, there was almost no link-up between Saka and White. We need that versus City. Yeah, we do, but we need someone to facilitate it. That's the issue. It is tough. Right, the poll has ended. I'm ending the poll. 40% say Raheem Sterling, 33% say Trossard, 27% say Martinelli. I mean, look, interestingly, I think Martinelli is going to start. So even though Martinelli has got the lowest score, that's an avocado. Oh, my bad. My bad. I just saw a green fruit. It doesn't come up very well on mine. That is indeed, on further inspection, that is indeed an avocado. That is indeed an avocado. I don't know my fruits. I'm not a fan of avocado, to be honest. I'm not an avocado fan. We had Xhaka at left centre mid when Martinelli was good, so there's an idea. Bring Granit back in January. We don't need to bring Granit back. We've got Mikel Merino. I think Mikel Merino was supposed to facilitate that. He's just been injured, so hopefully we'll get him back, and then hopefully we can see, the best of Martinelli. But the thing is, like, Martinelli still has to get his confidence back. It's not even like last season where we could say Martinelli just wasn't getting enough chances. Like, he's getting chances and he's just not scoring. It's 17 games without a goal or assist for Martinelli. In that 17 games, we've lost 1. So we're not playing badly. We're scoring plenty of goals, and Martinelli isn't involved. Is another attacking option needed? Possibly, yeah. We currently lack ball progressors in the squad, and I feel that will be crucial to breaking City down. We have to play Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori is one of the only proper ball progressors we now have. Up the likes, guys. Yeah, if you could click the like button, that would be much appreciated. We need to get back on it with the likes. The streams are not doing well in the algorithm at the moment. Wanted Rafinha so bad in the summer. Yeah. I mean, Nico Williams was obviously like the one that the club wanted, but there were other options available that we didn't go for. Would you do Timber, Rice, Partey in midfield? No. I would do Rice, Timber, Trossard, probably. 30 likes is outrageous. Shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. But if you could click the like button. Reaction to seeing Nwaneri on Sunday. I mean, I'd love to. Well, no, I wouldn't start Nwaneri on Sunday. If he came off the bench, it would be fine. But I definitely wouldn't start Nwaneri on Sunday. The Martinelli pylon is getting out of hand. He's shot XG and post-shot XG are close following each other. His underlying stats simply show how bad luck and impatient at shot taking. I don't know, though. Like, yesterday was very poor. Like, don't get me wrong. The pylon was already... The thing is, we were saying before yesterday that the criticism of Martinelli was a little bit over the top because most of his game is good. The issue is when there's already that over-the-top criticism and then he misses a chance like yesterday, it snowballs, you know? Trossard must play midfield. We need 2 players to lead the press. Yeah. I'm number 1 Martinelli supporter, but it's not looking good, bruv. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. It is tough. But again, what's the solution? Maybe Sterling. The chat, you voted for Sterling. So... I mean, I still wouldn't mind having Martinelli off the bench either. The pace of it. But there aren't many attacker in January, potentially. But I still want Victor Gyökeres, to be honest. But yeah, maybe. I don't know what wingers... I just don't know. I don't know. Because it depends if Arsenal actually go and get that. You're not going to get Nico Williams in January, right? So it depends if Arsenal are just going to wait until next summer. It depends where we are in the league, to be honest. If we're still somehow in the title race in January, we should be doing big business. Gyökeres already added 50% to his price tag. Yeah, he did. Anyway, it is time for Guess the Goal Scorer. I am going to give you a bunch of information about a goal that Arsenal have scored. You need to give me the goal scorer and the opponent in the game. You need to give me the goal scorer and the opponent in your game. The winner, of course, wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks Football community. So get your fingers on your keyboards because we are starting now. The goal was scored with the head. It was a headed goal. The goal was assisted by Mesut Ozil. The minute was the 95th. The stadium was the Emirates. The final score was a 2-1 win to Arsenal. And the date was February 2016. The date was February 2016. There we go. There we go. It's tough. These are tough. Until you've got all of the information, these are genuinely tough. But the winner was John Wayne. It was indeed Danny Welbeck versus Leicester. Sam Shapiro was second. Devin was third. Vivi Vlad was fourth. And Ronin was fifth. Remember, you have to give the player and the team that it was against. You've got to give the player and the team that it was against. There you go. Can't lie, I thought we'd win the title when that goal went in. Yeah, me too. Me too. I remember it. I remember it so vividly. I was at my mate's house. I was quite badly hungover, and I just remember I just lost it. I absolutely went berserk. I thought that was it. What could have been? If you actually look, our run of games after that win was atrocious. As in our run of performances. We got that win and then absolutely fell apart. Embarrassingly. Absolutely embarrassingly. Anyway, now it is time for Guess the Non-Gooner. I'm going to give you the entire career path of a player who does not and has not played for Arsenal. And you have to guess who that player is in the chat. First person to get it right wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks Football community, but not as much respect as John Wayne currently has. This player started their career at Stoke City. They went on loan to Bristol City. They went on loan to Tiverton. They went on loan to Stafford Rangers. They went on loan to Kidderminster Harriers. They went on loan to Wrexham. They then moved permanently to Manchester United. They went on loan to Watford. They moved permanently to Birmingham City. They went on loan to West Brom. They moved permanently to West Brom. They moved permanently to Watford. They had a career break. They joined Wrexham. And they have now retired. And it looks like plenty of you started getting it. But the winner was... It was Carl. It is indeed Ben Foster. Carl is the winner. Guno was second. Lewis was third. GGF was fourth. And Junior Films was fifth. There you go. Congratulations. Boo. Wrexham get battered everywhere they go. They did get battered by Birmingham, to be fair. They did. They did indeed. Anyway, look. A bit of a shorter one tonight, actually. I'm going to drop you the link. I'm going to drop you the link to the TIFO stream. Where there is an announcement happening. So if you do want to join the TIFO stream, you can do so via that link. Other than that, though, there's no stream tomorrow night. It's my best friend's birthday. I apologize for that. So we'll be back Sunday on TIFO for the watch-along. And then streams, hopefully, will properly be back to normal at the start of next week, because even this week feels like it's been disjointed. But there you go. I hope you all have a fantastic evening if you're not joining the TIFO stream. Twitch. We'll be live on Twitch tonight. We are live on Twitch playing FC25. We've got the full game. We will be there. Other than that, please do like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you over on TIFO or Twitch or on Sunday or whenever else. Good evening and goodbye.